Napoli striker Victor Osimhen would be happy to join Chelsea this summer and is open to a move. According to Blues insider Simon Phillips, the 25-year-old Nigeria international has been linked with a move over the past 12 months, and Chelsea remain interested, but the Blues are said to have yet to decide which striker they will go for. Osimhen wants to leave Napoli after the club suffered a dip in form this season, finishing 10th in Serie A despite winning just 12 months ago. With no European football to be played next season, Osimhen may be tempted to leave Italy after 4 years at the club. The Nigerian striker, who joined from Lille in 2020 for a club record fee, has scored 15 goals and added 3 assists in 25 league appearances for Napoli this season. Chelsea insider Phillips, writing for Substack, suggests that the Blues are yet to make progress in negotiations to sign Osimhen, who has also been linked with a move to Arsenal. Both London clubs are looking for a starting centre-forward this year, and could compete for Osimhen's signature. However, according to Phillips, Chelsea have yet to decide on their transfer target in the next window. At the moment everything is calm and the ball is in Chelsea's court. An Italian source I spoke to is convinced that Osimhen would be happy to join Chelsea and would be ready. But nothing has progressed and Chelsea are still deciding which striker to sign and whether they can pay for Osimhen. For that to happen, a deal must be made that is fully in Chelsea's favour. Earlier this year, Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis confirmed that Olise, who former Sassuolo coach Alessio Dionisi described as unstoppable last season, would leave the club in the summer, saying he will go to Real Madrid, PSG or a team of the Premier League. Burley, Chelsea are likely to reduce their spending this summer and may try to negotiate with Napoli to sign Osimhen. After parting ways with Mauricio Pochettino last week, Chelsea look set to appoint a new manager soon. The Blues are keen to sign Leicester City boss Enzo Maresca, who is expected to leave after leading the Foxes to the Premier League in his first season. Maresca could become the 6th Italian to manage Chelsea, following Antonio Conte, Roberto Di Matteo, Carlo Ancelotti, Claudio Ranieri and Gianluca Vialli. The transfer window is not officially open yet, but Chelsea have already got down to work. The Blues recently confirmed the signing of Tosin Adarabioyo from Fulham on a free transfer. He will not be able to link up with the Chelsea first team until he turns 18, but the club also looks set to sign Palmeiras youngster Estevão Willian. BBC Sport reported last month that Chelsea had agreed an initial £29 million fee with Palmeiras for Estevão. However, the winger may not be the only Brazilian teenager who joins the Blues this summer. As things stand, it looks like Chelsea will get their hands on another talented Brazilian. According to us, Real Madrid are interested in Sport Recife defender Pedro Lima as they start to think about life after Dani Carvajal. However, the Spanish outlet also claims that Chelsea are in pole position to sign the right back in a potential blow to Real Madrid. The Blues snapping up Lima would come as no surprise, as they have really tapped into the Brazilian market recently. For example, last summer, Chelsea signed both David Washington and Angelo from Santos. The club's new transfer strategy has seen him target a lot of talented youngsters, so again, hearing that they are interested in Lima is not a shock. However, Chelsea have captain Reece James, 24, and Malo Gusto, 21, for the right-back role. As long as the former can stay fit, that is the club set in that position for years. Of course, James has not been able to do that, so perhaps that is one reason why the Blues are looking at another right-back. It is either that or Chelsea just simply want to keep stockpiling talent. Brighton and Chelsea have conducted a lot of business together in recent years, but they could now be going head-to-head for a transfer target. Blues stars such as Moses Caicedo, Robert Sanchez and Marc Cucurella all moved to Stamford Bridge from the Seagulls. English manager Graham Potter, who's long gone from the dugout, also made the same move, along with other coaches and staff. Who's going to come out on top in this particular transfer saga? Chelsea have reportedly agreed personal terms with Crystal Palace star and top Manchester United target Michael Olise, while the Blues consider the sale of a fellow forward. Olise has caught the attention of near enough all the big clubs in the Premier League, with United co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe setting his sights on the Frenchman as one of his first signings at Old Trafford. Liverpool keen on him as a long-term replacement for Mohamed Salah, and Pep Guardiola thought to be a big admirer. The 22-year-old nearly moved to Stamford Bridge last summer as Chelsea thought they had activated the £35 million release clause, only to be told by Palace that Olise himself had to activate it. As per the conditions of the release clause, Palace would have needed to agree a fee with Olise in order to sell him, with £35 million the minimum, and he would have passed that information on to Chelsea to see whether or not they were willing to pay it. Olise ended up signing a new 4-year deal at Selhurst Park, with Palace said to be furious with Chelsea's conduct in negotiations. His new release clause is thought to be £60 million, which may well be a stretch for the Blues given their PSR concerns, but GIVEMESPORT claim they have now agreed personal terms with the winger. The report claims Chelsea are now speaking to Palace regarding the scheduling of payments for his release clause as they push ahead to secure his signature. The deal is far from done and other interested parties could yet beat Chelsea to the punch if they put an offer on the table, but this represents a big step forward for the Blues in their bid to land Olise. He could be a replacement of sorts for Christopher Nkunku, who arrived at Chelsea last summer but played just 514 minutes in an injury-ravaged debut season in West London. The 26-year-old, whom Chelsea paid RB Leipzig £52 million for, is attracting interest from Saudi Arabia, and while reports claim Chelsea want to keep Nkunku in the hope he can become a key player under Enzo Maresca, if a huge offer arrives they will consider a sale. Highly rated Chelsea centre-back Levi Colwill is reportedly being considered as an alternative to Jonathan Tah by Bayern Munich. Signing a new centre-back has been identified as a priority for the upcoming transfer window by the Bayern Munich bosses. The club's top target is Jonathan Tah, who played a crucial role in Bayer Leverkusen's Bundesliga title win this season. The Germany international is keen on a move to Bayern, and an agreement on personal terms has already been reached. But it remains to be seen if the two clubs will be able to come to an agreement over the transfer fee. According to Sky Sport, Chelsea defender Levi Colwill is also on Bayern Munich's list of targets. The left-footed centre-back perfectly fits the profile Bayern are looking to fill, and the report adds that initial talks have already taken place between the two parties. While Colwill is viewed as the first alternative to Tah, Bayern could still look to sign both defenders this summer under the right circumstances. Colwill enjoyed his English Premier League breakthrough on loan at Brighton and Hove Albion before returning to Chelsea last summer. He made 32 appearances in the recently concluded season, and has 5 years left on his current contract with Chelsea. However, in order to bring in a new centre-back, or two, Bayern Munich will also need to sell players. The Bavarians currently have 4 central defenders in their first-team roster, and Dayot Upamecano and Matthijs de Ligt could leave the club this summer. Leverkusen have been informed that Jonathan Tah is definitely the top target for the defence for Bayern, and brace themselves for negotiations with the Bavarians. With an agreement from Tah and his contract with Leverkusen expiring in 2025, it seems that Bayern have all the leverage. But in case the move does not work despite the odds, Bayern has backup plan: Chelsea FC's Levi Colwill. The left-footed centre-back has yet to fully establish himself at the Londoners amid serious competition, while the new American ownership at Chelsea have developed a habit of selling academy graduates such as Colwill for pure profit. In fact, Plettenberg reports that it's also possible that Colwill could join in addition to Tah, with Colwill signed to Chelsea until 2029. However, a move may be very expensive.